first off, let's start with what's actually on the docket, though, which is Ubisoft has 3 more unannounced games that it's going to be launching, or at the very least announcing this fiscal year, which means before May of... Is May or March? I think it's March. Before March of next year. So that means we have a few things to look forward to at E3 this year, which is when it's presumed that they're going to be announcing these 3 other titles. There were 4, but they actually just announced the new Ghost Recon game last week.
Okay, so just these are 3 titles. Are they? Do you know if they're part of like any series, or are these new IPs? Or...
We don't know. It's probably going to be
another
sequels.
Assassin's Creed game.
Well, actually, we do know that Assassin's Creed isn't coming out this year. They're skipping this year again.
I think we'd all be better off if there was like a Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed maybe every 2 or 3 years. I think.
Ubisoft has backtracked on that because they did say that there would be an Assassin's Creed. They wanted it to be a yearly franchise, and they did it for a while, but then they stopped because they realized, unlike Activision, who continues pumping out the games, Ubisoft realized the quality of the games was slipping. So they decided to take a step back, take a breath, take a breather, and then we got Odyssey, which was amazing. Well, actually, no, we got Origins first, and then we got Odyssey, which were actually made by 2 different teams.
Well, I gotta say this about Call of Duty. I haven't gotten a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2 on Xbox 360. That was back in 2012, and I used to get like the season passes just because of, zombies, and I just wanted to make sure I had every map so I wouldn't be missing out on stuff.
Yeah, no, they're just bad.
Yeah.
They're packed full of so many microtransactions and stuff. It's just ridiculous.
Got out at the right time. That was right before Ghosts. I did not get Ghosts.
Ghosts was a bad game. Ghosts was probably the weaker in the franchise until Black Ops 4, in my opinion.
Okay, worst Call of Duty I've ever played. And this would be ones like if you go to Black Ops 2 and before, so everything before Black Ops 2. I've never played the original Call of Duty, which I believe was on PlayStation 2. I never played that one.
I think it's on PlayStation 2. It's of course it originally came out on the PC, where it was huge because on the PC it had online multiplayer before that made its way to consoles with Call of Duty 2, I believe. But yeah,
worst COD I've ever played was Call of Duty 3. Now, I'm trying to think, was that even Treyarch? I don't even remember, but the thing is, Call of Duty 2 was very similar to Modern Warfare, except it took place during World War II, and there wasn't any...
Well, it's interesting that you bring up Modern Warfare, because that's the name of the new Call of Duty this year, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Just that?
Just Call of Duty Modern Warfare, yes.
And it's not a remake or anything, it's just called...
It's either we don't know what it is yet, and whether it's going to be a sequel or a prequel or a reboot of the Modern Warfare chain of games. But yeah, this year's game is called Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Well, let me just finish my thought here. Call of Duty 2 was just like the original COD 4, right? But it took place during World War II instead of a modern setting. And you couldn't sprint. Those were like the big changes, I would say, when they went to Modern Warfare. It's like, oh, you can sprint, and now we got kill streaks, But other than that, it was very
COD
similar
4,
gameplay.
Interesting. So yeah, we have Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and now we're just getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I've even lost track of what number we're on now, if we were to keep them as numbered sequels. We're probably on
there
like
was
12
a
or
modern
something.
there was an Infinity Ward, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and then
Yeah,
Infinite
so
Warfare, Advanced Warfare. There was
yeah.
they kind of dropped the numbers when they were getting in the
Well,
real
they
low.
dropped the numbers after COD 4 with Modern Warfare, because then the next game was Call of Duty World at War. Then it was Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
2.
2.
Then it was Black Ops
Yes.
2. Then Modern Warfare 3. Then it was
Ghost. No.
no.
Blops 2. After Modern
Yeah.
Warfare
Okay. Yeah.
3, it was
It was
Blops 2,
Black Ops 2. Then it was
Ghosts.
Ghosts. Then it was
Press F to pay respect. The one with Kevin Spacey.
no. What was no? That was maybe it was.
Dude. Because I think Advanced Warfare, that was the one with Kevin Spacey in it.
Yeah. Okay. So it was
And then-
Advanced Warfare. Then it was Infinite Warfare. Then it was Black Ops 3.
Or did Black Ops 3 come out before Infinite Warfare?
I don't know. We're getting confused.
It's all bad. It's really all bad. Don't play Call of Duty. I was just saying Call of Duty 3 was pretty fucking whack compared to the
Modern Warfare.
Infinity Ward games.
Modern Warfare, the first one, not the one coming out this year. World at War and Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. Those are like the four best ones if we're talking gameplay wise. Because Modern Warfare Revolution, it completely changed how things worked for the online multiplayer and just set it off on its course. Then World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops and the first Black Ops games are just like some of the perfect gameplay and story and stuff.
COD 4 is the one that just changed everything, and Modern Warfare 2 was the one that just blew up YouTube, that made Call of Duty a big deal on YouTube. Yes. And also, right. I'm trying to think. I think maybe Modern Warfare 2 was maybe the most controversial, had the most controversial content because there was a part where you're like an undercover agent working in a terrorist cell shooting up an airport in a mission called No Russian.
Yeah.
That was like the craziest, most violent thing. I mean, that is like something that just leaked out of
and major backlash.
Into mainstream news. That was like shocking. Very, very shocking. Last COD game I got was Blops 2. I liked everything really about Blops 2. I liked the way that they balanced multiplayer, the you pick point system or whatever they had. The zombies mode, I think in Blops 2 it started to get like kind of convoluted. Like if there was like a new zombies map, it was like, what the hell am I supposed to do just to get out of this?
It was convoluted after Black Ops. It just got but
well, yeah.
I mean, Black zombies is still fun. You don't play zombies for the story.
You get Black Ops 2, and the first zombie map that comes on the game is Transit, and that's considered like the worst zombie map ever. And it's like it's a giant map, but most of the map you can't even like really play in it without these denizen little gremlin fuckers jumping on you, annoying the hell out of you, and it's just like a
yeah.
It was like
to use the bus to get around and stuff like that.
It was just a big riddle just to turn on the power and to find like the Pack-a-Punch machine was all hidden and shit.
So,
let's move away from COD, man.
Moving on to the next thing that happened just recently. EA released a next gen Frostbite teaser for hair, basically. And it looks good. The way hair moves as you're walking, running, wind's blowing and stuff like that. The physics of the hair looks nice. There's only one problem I have with it, is that the hair is super glossy and it looks like plastic doll hair. You know, that plastic vinyl hair that dolls have?
too shiny.
Yeah, it's way too shiny.
Well, dude,
That's honestly the only problem I have with it. Other than that, it looks great. Super shiny hair. The hair looks good, though. The hair keeps its volume as it moves, and it actually looks good. The movement of the hair is fairly nice. It's not like movie quality fake hair like we're seeing in stuff like Detective Pikachu and Pixar movies yet, because that takes a lot more fine detail than what would be possible in something that's procedurally generated as you're moving around, you know. But it still looks really good. I'd say we've reached the point of Monsters Inc. hair in video games, which is a pretty decent feat.
I'm trying to think, Monsters Inc., the original one that came out in 2002 or 3. I'm trying to think.
But yeah,
so getting like real-time rendered gameplay that's goes back to like pre-rendered things from 15, 17 years ago.
It looks really good, though. Again, aside from it being doll hair. Because my hair's not that shiny. You can see you can see the light on it, but it's not shiny.
Well, can they do frizzy hair? Or is everything just looks well, you know, does the shininess, does it make the hair look more perfect and unrealistic to the, does it break immersion?
It looks like doll hair. It looks like plastic. It looks like plastic doll hair.
Breaking immersion.
If they can tone down the shine factor on it, it would look perfect. But it's like it's made out of a shiny plastic or something.
I think the people that created this technology, they noticed that they could make it look shiny, and they just
I mean, it might just be for the demo so that they could really show off like the hair. So they made the hair more visible.
Okay.
But if that's not the case, they really need to tone down the shine factor, because it looks like Barbie doll hair.
If it's a technology demo, that just means when artists are actually making actual games, they can choose to tone down the shininess.
This is Frostbite engine tech demo too. We'll have to see if we see similar stuff in other engines coming up for next gen game consoles and graphics cards for PCs.